Raise your hand if you have ever touched your MacBook screen expecting it to do something. You know the moment. You are pointing at something on the display, your finger makes contact, nothing happens, and you feel immediately stupid for trying. That has been the MacBook experience for 15 years. Touch the screen, nothing. Move on. Apple, a company that put a touch screen on the iPad in 2010, on the iPhone in 2007, and on the Apple Watch in 2015, has spent 15 years refusing to put one on their laptop. A startup just did it for $139, and MKBHD just showed us exactly what that means. And honestly, I have some thoughts. So MKBHD just dropped one of his dope tech episodes featuring the Intricuit Magic Screen, a $139 snap-on touchscreen that magnetically attaches to your existing MacBook and turns it into a touch display using a single USB-C cable. He also covered Project Aura, a split computing smart glasses system, and the Dell 6K ultra-wide monitor. Today I want to react to all three and talk about what this wave of gadgets actually tells us about where Apple is failing its customers. Okay, so let me start with the thing that nobody wants to say out loud, but that this gadget makes impossible to ignore. Apple has known their customers want a touchscreen MacBook for at least a decade. The evidence is everywhere. Every time Apple releases a new MacBook, the first question in every comment section is, does it have a touchscreen? Every year. Same question, same answer. No. And Apple's official reason? Steve Jobs said in 2010 that touchscreen laptops lead to gorilla arm. Your arm gets tired holding it up. That's a real ergonomic concern.
You know, the first thing you think about is this, right? We thought about this years ago. We've done tons of user testing on this, and it turns out it doesn't work. Touch surfaces don't want to be vertical. It gives great demo. But after a short period of time, you start to fatigue, and after an extended period of time, your arm wants to fall off. It doesn't work. It's ergonomically terrible.
But it's 2026. The iPad Pro exists. The Surface Pro exists. Windows has had touchscreen laptops for 15 years, and nobody's arms have fallen off. So a startup called Intricuit built the Magic Screen, a magnetic snap-on glass layer that attaches directly to your MacBook display, connects via a single USB-C cable, and adds full touch and stylus support, including pressure sensitivity and pinch-to-zoom gestures. And here is the part that genuinely made me laugh. The Magic Screen tricks your MacBook into thinking it's a trackpad so that macOS accepts the touch input without any system-level changes. A third-party startup had to lie to your operating system just to give you the feature that Apple refused to build. That is not a product review, that is a corporate accountability story. Now here is where I want to push back slightly on the Magic Screen hype, and MKBHD actually flags this himself. Apple is now rumored to be developing a touchscreen MacBook Pro with OLED expected to launch as early as late 2026 or 2027, which means the Magic Screen has a built-in expiration date. If you spend $139 today, and Apple releases a native touchscreen MacBook in 6 months, your Magic Screen becomes a very expensive paperweight. And this is the Kickstarter problem that I think needs more attention. The Magic Screen is still going through its Kickstarter campaign with shipping expected in Q3 2026, which means you are backing a prototype, not a finished mass production product that is racing against Apple's own internal roadmap. MKBHD himself said this makes him nervous, and I think that nervousness is completely justified. Crowdfunding a $139 accessory for a problem that Apple might solve natively before your accessory even ships is a risk you need to think carefully about before clicking back. Now let's talk about Project Aura, because this is genuinely the most technically impressive thing in MKBHD's video. Project Aura is a split computing system. The processing happens in a small puck you carry in your pocket, and the display sits in a pair of smart glasses on your face. 3 millisecond latency. 91 grams on your head. And because the compute is separate, you can upgrade the puck without replacing the glasses. That modularity is genuinely clever. For context, the Apple Vision Pro sits at 12 milliseconds latency. Project Aura is 4 times faster, at a fraction of the weight. But here is my honest counter. There is a wire. The glasses connect to the puck with a physical cable. And the wire is the single biggest reason normal people do not wear smart glasses in public. Not the price, not the weight, not the battery. The wire. Until someone solves wireless high bandwidth, low latency transmission at a price that doesn't require a second mortgage, smart glasses with wires will remain a developer toy, not a mainstream product. And Project Aura, as impressive as it is not that product yet. And quickly on the Dell 6K ultra-wide, because MKBHD called it a replacement for dual monitors that doesn't lose a beat. It costs $3,000. Two solid 27-inch 4K monitors cost about $300 each. $600 total, you get two screens, 2 points of failure, and $2,400 left in your pocket. The Dell 6K is gorgeous, the specs are real. The screen real estate is massive, but you are paying a $2,400 premium essentially for the aesthetic of having one cable on your desk instead of two. And if that single panel fails, your entire workstation is dead. There is no backup. There is no second monitor to switch to. Just a $3,000 black rectangle and a very expensive trip to customer support. Sometimes two of something is just smarter than one of something better. That is not a tech take. That is just math. So here is my real bite on all of this. The Magic Screen is a brilliant hack for a problem Apple created by being too stubborn to solve it themselves. Project Aura is genuinely impressive technology held back by a wire that shouldn't exist in 2026. And the Dell 6K is a stunning monitor for people who value aesthetics over common sense. But the bigger story here is this. When a startup can build in a garage what a $1 trillion company refused to build in 15 years. That says more about Apple's priorities than it does about the startup's ingenuity. The question is whether you want to pay $139 to have it 6 months early and then watch Apple make it irrelevant. That is the real bite on it. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are you a MacBook user who has been waiting for a touchscreen? Or do you think Apple was right to hold off all these years? The real bite. See you in the next one.